Hello everyone, this is Vicki, and I am back here for Saturday Morning Mix. Good morning. Saturday Morning Mix is a collaboration with Jill Norwood of Greenwood Girl Cards, and she originally started this by saying that she wanted to have some time each week in her busy week to do some crafting, some artwork, and crochet, knitting, anything that she would do, and she would share it with us. And so she invited us all to come on in, and that we still do. So let me show you what I have decided to share with you this week. I went on a trip with my daughters, and I came back with these napkins, paper napkins, and I just love paper napkin projects. And so I brought them home, and last week I was playing with them. And so I did do a little note card, and which I often do is note cards and cards like these, and embellish them, and it comes out so pretty. It's so fun to make. And then you have paper that you won't see otherwise. If you're making cards, it's great because you have a pattern that depicts Hawaii, and you can send it out to your Hawaiian friends, or for invitations for a luau, or those kinds of things, a party, a Hawaiian themed party. And so I did think of that. And then also, I'm into a lot of stamping things. So I'm collecting all these stamping. This is Elizabeth Craft Designs, one of her dies. And so I've been playing around with that. And I decided to see if this worked. And it is beautiful. And you can put some, you can write things on it. You can put some drawings on it, or additional tissue work, fun and stamping. So I thought of that, but no, that's not what I wanted to do. Instead, I decided to look at my Prim hearts, and again, I started out with making a note card. And so this is what I did. I cut out freehand a Prim heart. And then what I did is made it into a little note card. And I thought this would lead to a nice bookmark. And so I decided to make it a bookmark. It's so cute. But I distressed it because I want to use these buttons, these vintage buttons that I had in my stash. I'm going to start using my stash. And this is a Prim, what is that? Prima bead. And so that's the direction I took this past week. And so then what I did was decided to use this primarily, this die, which is a Frantic Stamper die, and it's called Stitch Primitive Hearts. So this is the one I use because that's the only, well, let's see, I have another Prim Heart design, but I decided to make this one. I have this also that I believe Marilyn G gave this to me. Hi Marilyn, if you're watching. And I don't have the information with it, so I don't know where it's from. But you probably, viewers who watch my channel, probably have seen this one before and know this one. These are the two embossing folders I used, and I don't have the folder for this, so I don't know which company made this one. But this is my favorite right now, this one. And then I used this Alta New one, which I bought about years back, I believe. And it is Enchanting Vines. I bought this because it looks so like Hawaiian florals or vines that they use a lot in their leis. So I did pick that one up, and I enjoy using it for this project. So let me show you the ones that I've made. Let's see. Let me show you the pink one, since I'm so in love with pink. So in love with pink. So here we go. I started out with these. And so some of them are just open like this. I can change them if I want. But I didn't think of using the hidden paper clip. So it opens up like this. Okay. So those, and this is one of the ones that I used with that die set that I don't know the name of. And it came out very cute in this size. So I'll just show these quickly because I made a lot. Then I started embellishing them with a little wire, and then also with the button and the gauze there. It's another one that's plain. It's another one that I put the paper clip in and made it into a paper clip, a bookmarker or a page marker, or whatever you want to use it for in your journals. And then this one, so it looks like it's, but look how pretty it, and you can write on the back. I did the back so that it has a little opening and flat so you can write on it, or I can write on it. And then the last one of these, I only made two. So the last one of these, because it's intricate and it's hard to cut out these little pieces, and it was going slow. So I decided to make the rest of them with the Prim heart design. I put little trinkets on here. This one, using the paper clip is showing here. And then this little chain with this little bow, blingy bow that can set on the outside. So you can put it in your book, and then you can put your chain on the outside to tell you where you last left off from reading. So that is another one that I've made. And then these, using the other napkins. So basically the same. However, some of them I didn't finish right yet because of the nature of it. You know, ones that open up. So I'd see what I did was I made them temporary. And then when I decide I'm going to send it to someone, I'll decide if I'm going to send a note card, or am I going to make it into a bookmarker that doesn't open and just will sit into a bookmarker. So those are the different ones. I made some. I used some of this ribbon, seam binding ribbon that's been dyed. I think someone gave this to me. I believe it was, I can't remember who gave it to me. And then I did put some twine on some of them. And the little button here, you can see that I have a little vintage button over there on the side. It's I decided to use it, but let me show you the beach button. Isn't that so cute, this vintage beach button? And it says that's how it's originally found. So I use that one for there. Let's see if anything else is different on there. I think that's it. Oh, this is a different kinds of, I use different kinds of embellishments, and I really had a lot of fun looking, because I really don't think I've used any of my embellishments, my jewelry findings and all the different beads and things that I have in my stash. But you can tell how the embossing is so pretty. And so on the back, it looks like this, so I can write something here and here. So strategically made out to do that. So let me show you briefly how I made them. So for the small ones, you can use your little machine. It's kind of hard because I'm so close, but I'll try my best to show you how I did this. I'm going to show you how I do the napkin first. So this is the napkin, and since it's just two length patterns, I mean these are the same almost, I'm going to just cut it in half, as it's easier to show you how to make them. So I'm just going to cut this in half, and then you separate them with a piece of tape. And let me get a piece of tape. So fast forward to the part where, because I'm not going to edit this. So I'm trying to get a piece of tape here. Okay. So get a piece of tape and then tear the, actually this came off with both of them, I believe. Oh, there's only one. So there's probably another one. Sometimes there's two, sometimes there's three, sometimes there's just one, but this one has two. So I just try to now you're free to open it. And take this apart. Of course, I'm sure if you've seen how this is done, you're going to fast forward and go to the next part. This is the glue that I use, and I find that if you just twist this, it pops open. Rather than fight with it. So I'm going to start from the bottom here and just put the glue on. And you want to try to get all of it so it doesn't wrinkle. And some say the wrinkles, show some character, but I would try to have wrinkles if I can help it. So I just put the glue on like so, and I find it is much more easier to apply. So I'm going to show you that I go down to the bottom first, and I'm going to lay it down at the bottom. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as perfect as you can get it, to lay it down. And then start from here and go up. So I'm going to start pressuring it up, and it's going to stick. And I have a little wrinkle. It's still moistened, so it lifts up easily. And then I have a little wrinkle right there. I'll just try to push it out. And pretty much I got it, except for this top. Okay, so I will just finish it off because I may or may not use that part. Okay, so this is all done, and look how pretty it comes out, just like paper. But it has a texture, so I love that texture also. And then, now, I'm going to look at this. It looks like you could either see how the leaves are coming down. I like how the leaves come down. And on the top, I think it's opposite. It's going up. So you can use it that way, but I generally like to use it with the leaves coming down. So you just be mindful about that. Then also, there is, I'm looking for my dies now. There they are. Okay. So I'm going to get my die out. And I think I'm going to use this smaller die. So when you use the die, as you can see, because this is vertical, it goes vertical, I like the way it goes sideways at a slant on here. I think that looks, you know, prettier. There's all these different ones like this. There I use the center. And then this one. So there's different ways you can use this. And so for one side, I may do the lighter color, maybe the back side, so that I have some place to write something here and here. So I'm going to cut that piece out. So this is going to be my back side. And just to let you know that this one, the largest one, will exactly fit on here. So if you want to do all your die cutting at your table, you can use your little Sizzix, I forgot what that's called, the mini cutter, and you can use that. But right now I'm just going to use this one and send this through. I always do this backwards. You know, try to run it forward, and then you're going to run it back. So, then you have this. And it's so pretty. So that's your back side. And now I want to make the front side. So on the front, I will use this portion. And I don't want to make it up and down like this. I'll make it a little bit more interesting, even though I'll probably use up a lot more of it. So I think what I'll do is to have a little bit of each. Yeah, I could do that. I could do it this way. Oh, that's better. I think I'm going to do it that way. Even though I'm using a lot of the print, I'll have a little of this blue and this in the center. You can always do it this way, but I've already done plenty of those. So maybe, oh, and maybe I'll encompass some of this light green and not the orange. So I think I've already done that on that side. So I'll just do it this way. So that it goes out a diagonal. Okay, so I'll do that. And then when you have leftovers on your sheet, you can use the little smaller ones and try to figure out little patterns for the smaller ones. But right now I'm going to cut this and run this through. And these don't generally move around too much. The smaller ones, you need to, this goes backwards, and then forwards. I don't know if I got the tip very well. Let's see. I hope I did. Okay, so I took it apart. So there's my front. This is my back. Okay, now I've got to make the inside to make it stick together, right? So, put this away. Put this away. And I'm going to get another piece of paper of the same size. Okay, so on this paper, I'm going to fold it in half. I could have used a lighter weight one, but this is what I had available. Okay, so I forgot that I'm going to need this little machine again. And then I'm going to get my cutters out. And so for the inside, I'm going to make it easier to fold over these two pieces. So I'm going to leave an opening here at the top so that this will fit on top of that piece. And it folds over, and I'll look at the back and see how it has a little, the cut edge is out. That will make this fold stay in place. Okay, and then you will understand after I cut this out. I hope this paper will fit through the machine because it's a little thicker than I wanted. Okay, so on this, I normally put a little piece of washi tape on there to keep it, hold it down, but since that's going to take a little time to get a piece, because it's so it won't come off the roll too easily, I'm just going to go ahead and roll this through. Let's see if it cut through. So it did not cut through, so I'm going to roll it through again. So try to use about a 65-pound cardstock instead of this heavyweight one that I used. Then it will cut out easier. So I did it 2 times and it's still a little stuck, so I'll just use a scissor to not make you wait so long for this. So just trim it a bit. Little pieces that didn't go through. Okay, so here it is. Not too bad. So here it is. Okay. So, ta-da! And then what I'm going to do is either use my, I think mostly I use this, it's Fabri-Tac 3-in-1, it's about the same. I mean, if you know the difference, you can tell me, but I can't seem to figure it out that it's any different. Some people, like Marilyn, don't like the smell of this, and I guess, it's affected my brain so much my smelling is deterred, so I don't really smell this. So that's how that one goes. Do you know what I forgot? I forgot to put the paper clip in. So here are the paper clips that I used. And I did use some gold ones also. I think I'm just going to use this orange one. That might kind of go with this, since there's no green. So, what you want to do is make sure that you put this paper clip on this white piece, okay? So it goes down to where you want. You could stick it up higher or lower, and I'm just going to put it just like that, so that this and this is like that. This and this is like that. Okay, so let me do the back. And I generally put it around here so it's a little bit stronger. The paper clip is in here. But pretty much, you put this on here. This is really strong. You don't need E6000 for this, though. You know. But I like to use, this is just what I use. So, and it moves a little bit so you can make sure that your ends aren't showing. This is probably just the paper left over from the, and I'll just file that down or cut it with my sharper little scissors that are on this table. And so, let's get our little paper. To put it through. Now, if you want it embossed, you'd emboss it before you put it on. Yeah, and isn't that so pretty? I love that. Do I have one like that? No. None of them are like that. This one is different. You see? This one doesn't have the paper clip, and so what I can do is sew it together. So I'm looking for the one that I did sew it together. It'll be this one. So what I did with this one is I poked a hole in there, put through my, it's in the inside, put through my wire and wrapped it around a couple times. And then I have this on the wire. Goes this way. This way. And then this one is, I just coiled it up. And you can put another little tiny one over that if you like. I've been busy. You could put another tiny one over that. So that would be cute. Or you could do it this way because it's going to open this way. And put it on here. And glue that over that so it doesn't show. I kind of like it. I kind of like this coil. It looks homemade. And that's the deal now. I think it's homemade is, you know, encouraged and loved more. So that is my share with you. Remember to put the paper clip on your piece that's all connected. I think I have one here. Or maybe not. Yeah. So this one's ready for a backside. I'm going to put watercolor paper and then do little doodads and painting with that. So it's another idea you can have. But it's been fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it's not too long. If it's too long, I'm sure you're gone already. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.